Justin Strnad is going to change the course of this game here with an interception here. He and Alex Singleton are lined up, double mugging the A-gap here. This was the catalyst here, right? Obviously, the Broncos are in cover 0, which means that there's 0 players playing deep. This is man up, 7-man blitz. Everybody else is covering. These are the route concepts you're going to see here on this play, and it's intended for the guy at the bottom of your screen, number 1. He's going to run the over route right here, and Strnad is going to do a great job, right? He's going to show the blitz. He's going to be the only guy that drops back. So Broncos man-to-man across the board. He's going to drop back to cover anything crossing because it's a 3-man route concept. Max protect here for the Giants. Alex Singleton is going to bowl over Cam Scattaboo here. Strnad jumps into this window because now you see the climb over here, the over route, Surtain trailing underneath. Man right here from Hufanga, man with Riley against little Jordan Humphrey. And basically, Strnad in this situation is a last resort spy or anything coming across the middle of the field. He's going to help. He gets his hands up here and obviously intercepts this. This was such a game-changing play for the Broncos in Sunday's game. It fueled their epic comeback. Watch it again, full speed here. Just great eyes, great recognition. Terrible decision by Jackson Dart right there. Not sure why the Giants weren't trying to run the clock out, but it's going to come back to bite them in the tail because they suffered a brutally, historically bad loss here. Now you see the double mug look right here with Singleton and Strnad. Now, they did this last week on the play that won against Justin Fields that won them the game. They had Talanoa Hufanga over here on this side initially against the Jets. Well, now they got Brandon Jones down where he's going to blitz instead, and they're going to get the nickel and the safety blitz here while Strnad's going to drop back here and just help out. But Strnad does a great job dropping back. Singleton does a great job of lowering his shoulder on Scattaboo, blows him up. And once again, like, the pocket is shaky. Not a clean ability for Dart to set his feet here. He throws a pass that sails right into the hands of Strnad. Great job that him being there really helped things up. Let's watch Singleton's block once again. Boom! Blows him up. Now, Bonito's rushing upfield here. Malcolm Roach is up here. And now you got Jaquan coming free here. Singleton coming up here muddies the pocket here for Jackson Dart. And ideally, Jaquan gets a little too far upfield right here. I mean, ideally it's tough when you don't want to run or step on a guy. But he could have made this sack right here too. But it's almost like a good thing he didn't make the sack because that would have run more time off the clock and maybe would have changed the game plan for the Giants. So the Broncos came up with a huge play when they absolutely needed to. And now let's take a look at the Broncos offense in the fourth quarter and Bo Nix. R.J. Harvey's touchdown here is the same exact play the Broncos ran where Evan Ingram scored against the Philadelphia Eagles. Keep in mind, Evan is right here. Here's Harvey. I like this play here. Obviously, this is Boot. The Broncos, they're going to leave him alone to come off because Ingram's going to come down. He's just going to sit right here. He's going to be an outlet option. Marvin is going to bump a little bit and then run to the corner. Cortland's going to drag backside right here while you get Franklin underneath running the flat. And then you've got, obviously, R.J. Harvey out here as well. The Broncos catch the Giants in man-to-man coverage, so Bobby Okereke is lined up man coverage here on R.J. Harvey. You get Troy Franklin coming underneath right here where he's got number 22 playing man against him. Corners playing man against Cortland here. And then these guys are trying to communicate inside out. They're trying to get a combo call because now you get Marvin coming inside here. So this is just great. You leave a defender unblocked. I mean, it's hard for Bobby Okereke to fight underneath his own guy here. Great job by Marvin. You get traffic right here, and it makes it to where R.J. Harvey is going to be wide open. Look, Troy is right here, and essentially this guy's got a decision. Do I stick with Troy or do I get to R.J. Harvey? You got two defenders in Bo Nix's face, so Bo doesn't have a lot of time. He's got to get this out quick. He does. Floats it up to Harvey. Wide open touchdown. And now things got a little more interesting in this game. Let's take a look here from this angle. What do we got? We got a one technique lined up right here. Sexy Dexy is what they call him in New York. You got Brian Burns right here. But now you can see the man alignment. Okay, Bobby Okereke, man right here. The safety playing man right here. And you got man right here. And then on the outside, you got obviously a corner who's keying right here. Now, these guys are communicating here a little bit late. And that causes some issues. So now the corner is actually going. Karake's trying to fight underneath here, because maybe he's now trying to key in on Evan Ingram, and now you just have trouble. Wide open, two guys trying to get after Bo Nix, one guy undefended, touchdown, Denver. Good momentum swing here. You want to talk about a clutch play? Marvin Mims was so good for the Broncos in Sunday's game here. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to get motion, and this is going to cause some adjustment here by Denver offensively. Now, what you're going to get is man coverage right here. Marvin is going to run up the sideline, so he's going to go with him at this point. So now this corner, he's going to take whatever comes outside, which happens to be Troy Franklin. So he'll take him, he'll man up on him, and then obviously you'll get man coverage right here against Pat Bryant, who's just going to run that. Troy's going to run that to the sticks, and Marvin up the sideline right here while you get man coverage across the board, and then obviously the linebacker man alignment right here. While this safety, number 24, is playing the middle of the field here. Cover 1, 3rd and 11. You're going to get an opportunity to take a shot right here. Just a fantastic throw here by Bo Nix. Great body adjustment by Marvin. Gets the Broncos into field goal range. Let's watch it here once again. Release up the sideline. The corner is doing a great job right here running with Marvin. You know, on this one, you're always wondering, hey, are you going to throw this deep over the top? Like, you like this one-on-one shot here. But this is one where Marvin's going to body adjust. Does a great job beating the cornerback who's in phase. Back shoulder adjustment. He's going to haul in the catch. This was such a big play for the Broncos offense, as I mentioned, 3rd and 11. Now, Bobby Okereke right here is almost going to kind of spy, because initially here, they're going to rush all of these guys right here. You're going to get Brian Burns here, Abdul Carter trying to make a move inside. Great job. You get a chip right here, and you get a chip here from Pat Bryant against Kayvon Thibodeau. Love that here. But he's going to kind of rush and then drop back and just wait, as if Bo Nix were going to take it and run himself. So watch that. Yep, now he's just spying Bo. If Bo were to try to take it, he would just try to fill this gap right here. If he runs outside, he's going to try to track him right here. I mean, 3rd down situations, they know Bo can use his legs. Obviously, he hurt him in this game with his legs. Just a beautiful throw and catch from Bo to Marvin here. The 4th quarter was marvelous. Bo Nix is going to run this in for a touchdown off of a read option. Now he's reading Kayvon Thibodeau right here. And shout out to Evan Ingram going out there and blocking, obviously, the corner here. Kayvon Thibodeau plays this well, right? Because initially, if Kayvon is crashing down inside right here, he is going to essentially pull it, right? If Kayvon comes upfield, usually you'd give it to the running back. So watch what happens here. Kayvon kind of plays this neutral where he's not picking one or the other. He's not making a decision. He's kind of in the middle. And this is such a tough play here because now Bo is looking at him. He's reading, do I give it? Because if he gives it, he's just going to step down right here. And then do I take the chance and risk getting outside, right? And Kayvon plays this well. Lateral steps here, and just Bo Nix is athletic. He's fast. And then Evan Ingram does a great job right here of blocking. A great job here by Mike McGlinchey, the offensive line. These guys are all down blocked. They're doing a great job here. And Bo is fighting his way, gets into the end zone here. And all of a sudden, the Broncos, they got some momentum. This game becomes interesting here. So now you're going to get another angle here with Kayvon. They're letting him upfield free because he's the read guy. We are keying him. As you can see, Bo, eyes on Kayvon right here. Do you give it? And honestly, I feel like from this angle, he does a great job selling it like he gives it. Maybe that's what makes Kayvon Thibodeau take a false step here. Now he's in no man's land. Just great blocking, great effort right here. Good job being able to try to extend right here just to open things up. Touchdown, Denver. This one became interesting. This is Bo Nix's touchdown where he's going to give the Broncos a 30-26 lead here. The Broncos are just going to run a crack QB run right here, which basically means Cortland Sutton, he's going to down block and crack against Kayvon Thibodeau. Garrett Bowles is actually going to pull and be a lead blocker upfield, where Paucheski's going to step down and actually replace and block right here. You're going to get Luke Wattenberg coming up to block this linebacker right here. Quinn Minor's going to work down right here against Dexter Lawrence. And then Mike McGlinchey, he's going after the safety here. And Tyler Baday's action out here draws this linebacker over. You see that exact concept over here by the receivers. They draw these guys away. So the Broncos have a numbers advantage right here. And Bo Nix, he scores. This was monumental. Up in the press box, when Bo crossed the pylon, it was shaking. Now, I would have liked Luke Wattenberg to settle a little bit more on this play. We'll run the full play back full speed for you here in a second. But it kind of runs through this guy, runs past him, whereas I like Garrett Bowles out here one-on-one right here. Great job by Cortland Sutton washing down and cracking down Kayvon Thibodeau. Everybody else is chasing now. Like, this is a corner's worst nightmare going up against a guy who's 6 foot something, 300 pounds. And Bo does a great job of reading Garrett's block, reading his butt. Garrett seals. Mike McGlinchey's going to demolish the safety right here. Touchdown. It was electrifying here. Watch it full speed. This is just beautiful blocking. Nate Atkins at the top doing such a great job here. Love this play. Let's flip it over. Let's look at the end zone angle here as we're looking at this play. As you're going to see, this is always fun. I always like watching the offensive line in situations like these, right? So, crack block, pull from Garrett. Step and replace. You're going to block here, coming up to get the linebacker, coming up right here against Dexter, and then obviously coming to get the safety. Just fantastic stuff here. Now, you cheat over a little bit. Okay, Okereke's lined up to the strength side. And now, basically, it's man-to-man here. We know we got the advantage here. Crash down, block, pull. You're going to work against him. Wattenberg's just going to walk and seal right here. And then, obviously, Mike McGlinchey going up to get the safety. Block kind of overruns it a little bit, but does a good job pivoting backside right here to push him out of the way. Great block by Garrett. Great block here by McGlinchey. Quinn Miners, great job blocking backside here. This is just so well designed. It was electric at Empower Field. Let's watch it here again. This reminded me of Tim Tebow's run that he had against the Jets in the fourth quarter back when he played. Not comparing Bo to Tim Tebow, damn it. I'm just saying the moment was big. This is where the magic begins. No timeouts, and you have to go very, very far in order to get something here. The Broncos are going to come out empty. They're going to have 4 guys to the right here. Strength to the rip. Now, basically, the Broncos are going to run a dagger concept here, right? Cortland Sutton, obviously, as we know, is going to run the in-breaking route. Marvin Mims right here is just running vertical to maybe try to clear out, but Marvin's going to be the one who ends up making the play. Troy Franklin is actually going to climb across right here. Evan Ingram's going to chip. Instead of coming across here, Evan himself is actually going to chip and then sit out here, whereas you have backside Troy, Marvin Vert, and then obviously Sutton on the in-breaking route here. And I don't know how the Giants didn't make a play on this because they sat this linebacker underneath the entire time. Number 22, the nickel defender, matches Marvin vertically. You have a safety climbing over the top. And you got this corner as well who's also just climbing and keeping everything in front of him here. This was incredible here. Look, now as you see the match. Now you get Troy on the crosser here. This corner is keying Evan, but he's also sinking underneath, whereas this safety right here can also play over the top on where Troy is coming from. So, because you have a match concept here with the nickel defender going vertical with Marvin, you got this defender, the safety, playing in the middle of the field. This corner is keeping everything in front. Everything is just setting up right here. Like, look, you have the underneath linebacker right here. Cortland's doing the in-breaking route here. Bo's throwing the ball, throws it right over the linebacker into this window, and right into the hands of Marvin Mims. I mean, this was, you couldn't write this script any better than this. It was beautiful here by the Broncos having a big play like that. Shout out to Marvin Mims, underrated. Let's watch it here again. The nickel defender's just going to ride with him vertically. Cortland's on the in-breaking route here, which, hey, on this dagger concept, ideally, you got this linebacker right here who should be able to help right here while Marvin's running vertical. That safety is going to climb over. I mean, realistically, I don't know how this play was actually completed. Like, the Giants just completely let themselves down in this situation here, and the Broncos took advantage. Marvin specifically took advantage. And now we're going to rush to go spike the clock here. We just got into what would have been a very long field goal situation. No timeouts. We're going to clock it. We're going to have some time to work with right here. Let's watch it as well. As you can see, Bo does a great job setting his feet, firing, good protection by the Broncos, and right to Marvin. Like, just a laser there to Marvin Mims. And now the Broncos, hey, look, smart Marvin, gives the ball right to the ref. We're going to clock it, and we're going to set things up for another play. Here is Cortland Sutton's game-winning catch, essentially. Here sets up the game-winning kick by Will Lutz. Broncos going to catch the Giants in motion right here. As you can tell, corner's going to go with him here. Cover one is the coverage, man alignment right here. Corner pressed up against Pat Bryant. You got the safety man alignment against Nate Adkins. Man alignment right here. And then obviously number 2 playing man alignment right here with the single high safety. And then obviously linebackers keying the tailback. If this back were to go here, then this linebacker would pick him up in man-to-man coverage. And basically the Broncos, they said that they schemed this up. They got the perfect hash here. Left hash, perfect coverage, man coverage here. You bring Cortland in motion. You run Troy right here vertically. And you're just almost kind of going to get this post wheel right here that frees Cortland up. Almost a rub route essentially. And then Bo Nix's going to deliver a back shoulder dime right here. Just fantastic play. 2 feet in, and now this is chip shot field goal. So once again, let's see the motion here, and then you just set things up here. Hey, we're going to motion, settle, And now Troy's going to get the inside release right here. And then Cortland does a great job reading this, saying, hey, I'm going to play it tight. And then I'm going to get up the sideline here. It's tough for that corner right there. It gets a little grabby, getting in phase, but this is placed high to the outside, backside, 2 feet in. And then you get into the drill where, hey, we got to run, get this to the official. We got to spike it. Will Lutz booted in a 39-yard game winner here. Let's watch the protection here, folks. I want you just to watch all these guys. I think they do a fantastic job of communicating, giving Bo Nix time to throw right here. As you can tell, you get the rush right here, so Garrett's going to work. You got extra protection here with Tyler Bidet. He's obviously a pass pro guy. Quinn Miners against Sexy Dexy doing a great job. And then now you got Nate Atkins working against, obviously, number 0, Brian Burns at this standpoint. And Mike McGlinchey's going to help right here, right? So one-on-one, you get a double team here between Palczewski and Luke Wattenberg. And then you've got extra help inside. So Bo, he's just going to set his feet, fire the back shoulder, bang! 2 feet in. Everyone was going crazy here. Look at that. Dre Greenlaw was down there. I'll show you Dre here. Dre was fired up, man. It was great to see him back. Where is Dre? He is right here, folks. Watch how excited he is. Now there's like clock. We got to clock it. They clock it with 2 seconds. Broncos win.